Whenever you're ready.
Good afternoon. We're here at Bigelow Chiropractic Center with Dr. Brian Bigelow, who is the chiropractic consultant for the 1 Mile Runner. And he's been taking care of me. I came up here in late June. He's taking care of me through July and August throughout the entire event. So Dr. Brian Bigelow, thanks for being here today.
You're very welcome.
We're going to get an adjustment here today. We're going to talk a little about why chiropractic is important for athletes over 30 and what do we need to do. So why is chiropractic important for athletes over 30 years old?
Okay. Well, I'll answer that question by saying, why is chiropractic important for anyone, any athlete? And so chiropractic helps your body basically function at its highest level possible because it affects your nervous system. And if your nervous system is working to control your muscles and help your joints move properly and everything like that, you're going to be more efficient, you're going to be more effective, and you're going to be healthier. So everyone can benefit from chiropractic.
Any age. At
any age. And an athlete who's putting himself under, 3 to 10 times the stress of an average sedentary person, needs chiropractic even more so, because you need to maintain your body, because it's a machine, and you need to maintain that machine, just like if you're a cyclist, your equipment has to be functioning 100% for you to have your maximum performance.
And I notice a big difference when my SI joints and my hips are off a little bit, what a difference that can make.
Yes.
Now the Tour de France just finished up and they were noted for having chiropractors following them around and the difference that can make. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, I know there's one doctor who was with Lance's Postal Service team and then became Discovery team, and they were like the first team to have all 9 riders finish in spite of crashes in the 3-week duration of the race. So just all the little techniques that they do, like the adjustments, the muscle stretching, like using the laser treatment, which we'll be doing later today too. All those little tiny things can help make a difference to keep those athletes functioning at like a Formula One motor car.
And what about the people who say that they're a little bit scared of the sound that some of the adjustments make? What do you say to them for that?
Yeah, well, that sound is just a small little air bubble being released from the little liquid that's normally lubricating the joints, and it's not painful. It's just a weird sound, like when you open the can of a carbonated beverage. It's the exact same thing. So the sound is a little bit weird the first time you experience it, but once you have 1 or 2, then it's really not that bad too.
Now, I've been to a lot of different chiropractors. I live in Florida, and Dr. Brian Bigelow lives up here in New Hampshire. He's the best chiropractor I've had treat me. What makes your methods different than some other chiropractors? What do you do differently that makes you special?
Well, what I try to do is I try to just constantly keep learning, because you can never just stagnate. Just like you as an athlete, you're constantly giving yourself a new challenge. It's like, once you learn a certain technique and then you master that, then you want to just move on to the next thing, because there's always one little thing that you can learn more that's going to help that next person. So if you continue, if you look at your career and your education as something that's constantly evolving, then you'll continue to improve, and then you'll just you add to your knowledge.
Love it. I think it's great. We're doing the Bigelow Chiropractic Mile on August 17th. It's 2 weeks away, and Dr. Bigelow will be out there that night timing me on his bicycle, and we look forward to that event. And now we're going to show a few of the methods on my adjustment that we're going to show here today.
Okay, so we're going to evaluate Dave's posture, and he's got really good posture. His ear is lined up over his shoulder, and his hips and his knees and his ankle. So we're just going to reinforce that with this ArthroStim device, which I'm going to have you take a big breath in, Dave, kind of lean back just a little bit, and we're going to stimulate the muscles of the spine and the spinal joints. This will help relax all the muscles and send a lot of what we call afferent information up into the brain and the cerebellum. That helps with your posture. Like that. And then I'm just going to have you march in place while we're doing that. Just kind of walk in place. Stimulate those sacroiliac joints. Okay. And then, if you want to, go ahead and lie down on the table on your stomach, Dave. And then we're just going to check a few things. Check his legs are pretty balanced out. Sometimes he gets a little off after some of his races, but he looks pretty good here so far. And we've been keeping his sacroiliac joints, which are down here in the pelvis, keeping those nice and mobile. He's a little bit tighter on the right side today.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we just check his 5th lumbar, and we're just going to work our way up with the palpation. His spine is actually in very, very good shape for someone who's played tennis and and does running and all kinds of things. And we just get him placed here just perfectly how we want him, so we put just a little bit of tension on that sacroiliac joint, so just when we go to adjust it, it's going to let go for us just perfectly. So take a big breath in, just relax like that, let that shoulder go, just let everything relax, arch your back just a little bit. Okay, right there, that's perfect. And then if you go onto the other side, we're going to get that fifth lumbar.
Okay.
So really just let your whole pelvis relax a little bit. Try to arch your back just a little bit there. Okay. Just let everything go. Take a nice big breath in, Dave. Blow your breath all the way out. Just kind of relax. That's good. Just relax like that a little bit more. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then if you want to turn onto your back. So that's good. And now we'll do the neck. So this is the fun part. That's what, when Dave asked that question about the noise, usually the noise down below in your pelvis, people don't mind that too much, but when you do the neck, that's usually the most apprehensive part for some people. But the way we adjust the neck is we adjust the neck using the proper biomechanics of the spine. So when I bend Dave's neck to the left, the vertebrae bend to the left and also rotate to the right. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to check for normal biomechanics in his neck. And when we feel, this is called motion palpation, that tells you what's normal and what's abnormal as far as the movement of all the joints in the spine. So he's a little tight up here in his upper cervical right there. You can
Feel it.
You can even feel that tightness there. Probably from trying to catch up to those Kenyans running in front of him. Okay, now so we're going to do one little adjustment. We're going to bend to the right side. Now as you bend your head to the right, now just look to the left with your eyes. Okay, just like that. One little release there. And that release nice and easy. And we're going to just do the same thing on the other side at the C2 level. So bend to the left, Dave. And he's looking straight up and down, so there's no, you notice there's no rotation in his neck. So bend to the left, look to the right with your eyes. Just really relax. Right there, a big release there. Okay. Now we're all set to go with that. Okay. And then I always finish off a little bit with this low-level light laser, which is totally painless. It's just 2 different wavelengths of light, which helps stimulate the body to heal, and it also creates energy in the muscles as well. So we're doing that for that neck area. And then what I also do is, usually when he's either lying on his stomach or his back, just kind of go over all the muscles too, and just kind of stimulate all these muscles that he's using really hard every other day. Okay, and then I'll have you, if you want to go ahead and flip over.
Sure.
And this just kind of stimulates the whole nervous system. And then we finish off with a little bit of what's called the vibrocussor. This actually does, it's got, if you look at the head of this, it's actually percussing, so it's going forward and back. You can see it when it stops. So it's pulsating forward, but it's also vibrating sideways, so it has 2 motions. They call that percussion. And then we just use that, and we can put that here, and that helps send a wave throughout the whole body to actually relax the fascial coverings over all the muscles and the connective tissue. So that's very, very, very good for just maintaining flexibility, and also we can use that to stimulate the spinal joints and relax those muscles that go along either side of the spine. And so Dave's in perfect shape, and like he could have not come in today and still done his race, but by having this little adjustment, it doesn't look like it's a lot, but when he goes to run, he's going to be able to just move a little bit easier as he's going through his pace, and just if it can help his effort, like even say like 1 percentage point for the course of that 1 mile run, that can be huge. That can be, 5 seconds, either way. And the other thing that Dave is doing as well is he has massage, usually, on the same day as the chiropractic, and the two really complement each other very well, the massage therapy with the chiropractic. Helps you up there?
Yep.
And there we go. He's ready to go crank out a 445.
There you go. That sounds good to me.
Something like that.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Or less.